it basically says, I can't stand the thought of people who wake up or go to sleep worried about not having enough business on their websites. I hate it because it shouldn't happen.
No.
And people having stress within their businesses because there's not enough sales coming in overall. There's always an answer. Sometimes the problem with people within the businesses who are, let's just say they need to know more. So some of them are clickable. We can click on one of these. If we hover over it, if we're on a mobile device, we've got no idea. And people aren't that intelligent a lot of the time. Well, you actually have to do exactly as we've done here. Literally say, click here to look at the case study. A lot of people still don't get it, especially on mobile devices. Now, the interesting thing here is that no one on their website has actually listed their prices on there.
Oh, yeah.
So, and a lot of people go, oh, I can't put prices on my website, which I'm completely against. You can put ideas of prices on your website, and you should do, absolutely should do.
Okay.
Because when people are when real humans are thinking, I want a CCTV system, I don't want to make contact with a company that's going to tell me a quote that's going to make me look cheap because I can't afford it. So I won't bother. I want to know the ones that have got at least ballpark pricing on their websites now.
Yeah.
So even though you're not listed under those types of things at this stage, you can get that visibility by being really focused within your website. But if we were thinking about schools, what people are looking for are tons and tons of testimonials or anonymous case studies that they can click through from here to go to deeper pages that go into more detail without giving away the names of the people, etc.
No, definitely, yeah.
So you see what it's just doing there.
It just blew my mind, by the way. I can't believe it.
But interestingly, out of all the travel counsellors it could have chosen, it's chosen that one, which indicates that there's something that she's got right on their website. Now, if I click through to that, travel counsellors, the way it works, and my understanding is it's basically one big website that they own and you have your own little section of it. And what she's done is decided to create a page on Maldives honeymoon, which is a couple of years out of date now, and put this content in. In fact, it's not even a great page. It's pretty crap, actually. There's hardly anything in there. So when you see that is possible, you think, actually, sod that. I'm going to create a page dedicated to Maldives honeymoons on my website, and I'm going to make it better than this. So that's been there for ages. They had 1,600 odd people land on it then. Let's go forward to last June. Remember that 1,600. Positioning in Google didn't change or anything. Looking at the entry pages, that's gone down to 713. Let's look. I haven't seen these figures. Let's look at this just this June. $258.
Wow.
Purely from AI. But you would, in a very raw way, looking at this, you'd think, okay, 14 people got to intruder alarms. How many inquiries did we get about those? And we think, okay. But when you look to the right, see, let's take that intruder alarms line.
Yeah.
As you look along 4 columns, it's got average engagement time per active user.
Yeah.
And it says 16 seconds. So it's basically you've got, on average on that page, 16 seconds, and then they've gone somewhere else. Either clicking on or gone. And you don't get much time to impress people when they're on your website. But this is really exciting because we're only looking at 30 days here, and we got 102 people who've landed on that particular page, and 75 of them came from Google searches. Okay, so that's a really positive thing. One came from even ChatGPT. Is interesting, fantastic. Do you know what? That's a really good thing you said that. So what are you going to do? Get a better picture?
Yeah.
Right,
Should do really.
So you've got a situation here where you're top of Google for search rates, right? You've got over 100 people in the past 30 days landing on it.
And a shitty picture.
Well, it's not always going to come down to the picture, but what it comes down to is you've got a potential winner here. Okay.
So it might be worth sticking a QR code to this individual product page to leave a review on the kit instructions that I'm going to do.
Yeah. But what you want to do with that is that QR code needs to have wording alongside it that basically says get 20% off your next order of anything. whatever that percentage is, as long as it's attractive enough for them to give you a review, that's worth paying for,
Right. Okay.
even though you might take a hit on each of those.
So how would you track that?
You track it with the QR code. You make it so that it's the QR code has a thing called a UTM parameter on the end of it, which is basically a way that you can. So on Google Analytics, have you got that in place to show you how many visitors you get to the website overall?
No, I'm not sure either. So I need to check that down to Google Analytics. I need to check with Steve who does with the website.
Yeah,
really.
absolutely critical. If I was going to get you to take an action, a scribble down action, it would be one, get that linked up to the page you've got, starting point. And
Yep.
then we did actually talk about these pages and how to make them. Let's assume you are getting people to this page at the moment. You know, you're probably not, because it's not all joined up. And we talked about moving this stuff up the page. But yeah, it's a different world.
Yeah, it is. Geez, I can't believe what you can actually do with your system. It's brilliant.
Yeah. So what they do is they focus on the fact that their stuff has got guarantee periods on it. There's usually some USPs that you can build into your website that gets people thinking, oh, maybe I do need to go via them, because there's going to be a pain, you know, if I get it wrong. The way that will work is, whereas currently you're scrolling down Google and clicking through lots of options, for those people that don't know, AI mode will allow you to basically do everything within one view and keep updating results, a bit like we're looking at here, until you drill down to the things that actually match what you're specifically looking for. So people will have no reason at all to be scrolling down all this stuff in Google, because it'll all be done in one window. What most businesses have no idea is going to happen is that that's coming, and it's only going to be weeks, months away. I guess it's not been officially announced in the UK, but if it's in the US, it's coming out here soon enough. And so all the people that they say, oh, right, we've got search engine positioning, we're down here, all this sort of stuff, they just won't appear in those results, especially if people are saying things like, I want a personal service. So this actually creates a great opportunity for people who are going to re-optimize their websites to focus on that particular topic. It could also show you that you are getting people landing or getting to certain pages of the website, and you're thinking, well, hang on, I had 50 people get to that page in the past month, and yet no one made contact about it. So that gets you asking questions about why that may be. And this is where we get into the strategic side of things. Ooh, at this stage, there's no mention of the different forms of payment, cards and stuff like that. What can you do with this instead? I've had this many times with websites. Quite often it's not till you're further down the process and people have doubts in their heads. If it's always really clear where the logos and shit like that are here, and at the earlier stage, it can come down to so many permutations of what's in the person's head when they're searching. Pricing is a big one. Pricing and case studies. Any website that does not have pricing, or at least indications of pricing on there, has got a serious problem, because people will be searching for, show me websites that, let's take it's, I don't know, extensions, building extensions.
Yeah.
I'm looking for people who can help with my home extensions, single story extension of my semi-detached house in Home Bay where I live, and I only want to see those that have got good reviews and have got pricing on their website. You have to come up. It's so critical to get that stuff into the website. This is one we want to see. They say recommended.
Oh, okay,
That one, that's what they recommend.
Yeah.
That's actually wrong, because what happens is someone in India searches for something that Google thinks is related to the UK, it might make your advert visible too. So we always say people in or regularly in your included locations.
Okay. So
that's just a slight tweak. Yeah.
But I would love to implement this with my clients. I have a lot of service-based clients.
What we're seeing straight away is you haven't got many people landing on things like automatic gates or the intruder alarms page or anything like that. So that tells us that from an SEO point of view, something's not working. It's not getting people, you're not getting that visibility. But you could have some things in here saying, before, what you might notice is some other seafood markets are lower price than ours. That's because one, you get a whole lobster in ours. Two, blah blah blah, and all the different reasons people should buy from you, because you can sell for more as long as you explain to people what they're getting. Because you want to know about, let's say you had, I don't know, you identified that 100 people were getting to this page of your website during a month.
Yeah,
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
it would be
But
nice.
but you weren't getting many conversions out of them. You can use this thing called Microsoft Clarity, and what it does, I'll just find an example. This is a lawyer site. It will show you how far people scroll through that page overall.
Right.
So you get a really good idea of how they're engaging with it.
Yeah.
It will show you what they clicked on in that page. It will give all that information, and even more scary, it will show you individual people. Let's find a PC example. That would be a good one. This would be a good one. And this is going to show you an actual person on their website and how they're moving through the page and what they're doing when they're on the website.
Just a quick one. So why is it that these people are top of when you search Man, how comes is it from reviews? Is it because they got the most, or is it because they're paying to be in that top 3?
Right. Okay. So you got the paid ads in Google, which is one thing. So these here are paid. Sponsored means that they're paying each time someone clicks on that, and that can range from 30, 40, 50p if you're lucky to pounds to get a click. So these are all paid ads, and that's how Google make all their money. If they didn't have those paid ads, Google would have hardly any money coming in and couldn't do stuff. These obviously are your local business listings, which Jonathan will tell you are critical to get right with the amount of reviews, the stuff you do in them, how much you update them, all that sort of stuff. That's another part of it. And then you get what we call the organic listings here, which is the stuff underneath that currently people will search and click through. But as you can see, what we're doing on here, they won't need to do that. Why would they need to click through lots of stuff when they can actually get their answers just by asking it a question? But the whole point is they can look at this. Now, then they go further, right? And I'm going to say, with pricing on their website, because, people think, oh, can I afford it? I'm not going to make contact if I don't know if it's
They
affordable.
just put that on mine because it's just made it easier to have the conversations about pricing.
Absolutely right. And as you're going straight into what people care about. In their case, it's quite a visual thing.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you've got this extension, you've got this one, you've got this one. Oh, you've got these. Oh, you've got quite a few to click through to. Well, the more you got there, the better it is. But then you can think, okay, I'm going to click on one of these because it relates to what I'm thinking about. And you've got a page dedicated to that topic. So this could equally talk about a CCTV installation in Whitstable. But Google sees all these sub pages related to actual client stuff that you've done.